Hello and welcome, I am Arumba. Thank you for joining me. Let's play some more of our Golden Horde, the Rights of the Horde campaign. I am recovering from a cold, so my voice is a little bit weird, a little bit deeper than normal. It's also early in the morning. I've taken my cough medicine, so hopefully I'm a little bit loopy because that always makes for an interesting episode, right? We're over the diplomatic relationship limit. It's been 2 days since I last logged on, you know. We got this alliance with Razing, and evidently someone had mentioned that you can actually embrace feudalism as the Golden Horde within like 2 years if you just conquer Razing. With your initial development. Conquer Razing, and then I think maybe conquer like this guy here, and then you're good to go. So some of the razing that I've done maybe has slowed us down, but I feel like we still have a pretty strong start, and I'm not too concerned that we're not going to be able to do whatever the hell I want to do. But let's take a look and see how we're looking at institutions right now. It's been accepted in 5.3% of our territory. The war that we're doing right now is against two nations that don't have any feudalism spread at all, so that's not going to happen. I don't think our vassal has yet accepted feudalism. I can't recall, actually. Is there a way... You get a pop-up when a nation accepts a new institution, but I don't remember if there's a way to see if the nation themselves... Maybe it's another tech group, possibly? Eastern... I don't know. I mean, it's present in these locations. It's spreading... Okay, we would know for sure because it would say, like... Owner has embraced feudalism in these 3 provinces, so I think that that's the case. He's not actually accepting it yet. How do our cores look right now? Let's see. Our cores are very, very close to done. Okay. We are royally married to the Ottomans. We have not allied them yet. I think we should probably top off relations one more time just to make sure that's going. We have a little bit of a tricky war here. They've got more troops than I do, right? They've got we have 1,000 more cav, and they've got 8,000 roughly more. Well, 7,500 more infantry, but they are just being routed now, and we're defensive terrain. We've got a good leader. Our leader's superior. We have not teched up yet. Muscovy just fabricated a claim on us. What a jerk. We could take the tech early, but I'd really, really like to just hold off until the last possible second. Now, if I remember the purpose of this war, we wanted to just get enough individual war score against Kazan to annul their alliance with the Timurids. We have 8 individual war score right now. They're at 54 enthusiasm. It's not going to go down anytime soon, not until they lose their military strength, or until length of war comes down a bit. That level 3 fort, though, is going to be a little bit tricky. Now, since the last time I played, I did update the mod, the Smarter AI mod, so it would be nice. It would be nice if we could play with that. But I also was contacted by one of the AI developers, and I also talked to DDR Jake on Skype about it, and they are looking into using the building code that I did for Smart AI. So if we can get them to add it to the base game, then I will just have it all the time without even having to worry about having an alternative checksum. That is just a regular infantry, but killing it would be nice. He's very fast. Seems to be, at least. Okay, let's see. Bayou. It's worth how much war score? 2.4. That doesn't affect, actually that may affect our individual war score with Kazan. I have no diplomat, so I can't take a look at it. Let's see. I'm back from Circassia pretty quickly here. So, talking to Kazan. Yeah, that is counting against him, so we should occupy that back. Pretty straightforward. Probably look into occupying a few more of these provinces that are not protected by the zone of control. If we could get like these 5, I think that would be a pretty good spot. I think we maybe ignore that army. As long as we have the occupied war goal. Yeah, let's start moving into his area over here. Keep our armies adjacent to each other. We're not going to be able to recover as fast here. Right now we're getting 100% because we're on our own land. We have quite a few troops yet to recover. 5,344. We're gone by the end of this month and by the end of the next month. I think we'll be okay. But then again, there are quite a few damaged guys in there. Do you ever feel like maybe in your vassals' provinces you shouldn't have the recovery penalty? I mean, look at that, going from 100% down to 60%. That's so significant, so significant. Oh well, is what it is, I suppose. You can make a state, Shervin. We got some Georgian separatists there. Don't really want Georgian separatists to gain core. If they gain any other cores, they'll add that nasty plus 50% coring cost to them. Just gross, very, very gross. Alright, so states. Yeah, I don't really see any reason to not do this. It does cost us some more to core now. It's not a big deal. These we can immediately assign to the tribes, because they've got 50% autonomy. I like playing as a nation that doesn't have to worry about claims. Even though claims are nice for the cost reduction and you get the extra 10% autonomy reduction, it's just nice to not even have to worry about it, right? Ever since they removed that hitch between having a claim reducing aggressive expansion and whether it did or not, now it just feels so much easier to take land and not worry about that kind of thing. Alright, so we've given these to the tribes. The tribes probably have too much land now. We got 32%, and we can safely revoke probably both of these. Maybe at least one. 26.7 and 27. A 333 or a 332. Would choose this one. Seems fine. Now to 0.1. Right to our corruption number. I wouldn't mind if corruption was actually going down very, very slightly. Good, it is. Okay, we're rooting out corruption. We don't need to be rooting out that much, though. Okay. Again, I do apologize about my cold. I feel very awful at the moment. It was Circassia that we were trying to improve relations with. That one guy is going to cause some issues. I don't want to split off and send just a couple troops that way, though, because it seems kind of weak. The next big battle over here could be a pivotal one. Okay. The war goal is Tin. I don't see Kazan marching all the way down to Tin. He's probably going to go for his own occupied provinces first. Venice has rivaled the Ottomans. Yeah, that's not going to work out for you, dude. Just so you know. Alright, so if you want to take that one with 15,000 troops, and I've got more than that, we're suffering a little bit of attrition. I think I will actually do this. We're going to take these guys. Consolidate down some of the infantry. We're going to go for this. We're going to be a little bit regressive here, I think. Then we're going to take the remainder. Probably up to Saratov. Supplies 16, 16, 10, 10, 12. God, the supply is so bad. Very, very low. So I think he's going to stay there for at least the next 2 weeks while he's trying to take back that province. Alright. Alright, okay. So that's the concern there. The 26,000 troops all merging together. Okay, he's moving into Canada, which is steppe, across the river with a 103. And we've got, what's our best general? The 221. The 221 is not going to be able to protect against the river crossing. Are there any river crossings from our angle, our perspective? Can't tell if is that a river there or is that just a border? I feel like I still need to get a UI mod that actually like crisps up the borders a little bit, because this little blue thing to me sometimes looks like a river versus this kind of fuzzier blue one. And there's a bunch of UI mods that trim the borders and make them look either just different, you know, that this thing is kind of But, you know, I started the first campaign in Rights of Man before the actual patch came out, so the problem when I do that is that the UI mods and the better readable font mods and stuff like that, they don't get patched until the actual patch comes out. And so if I start a campaign ahead of time, then I can't have those mods unless I want to update them myself, which I don't really want to do. So he's 2 days behind. He'll probably reinforce if we go up there. That's 27,000 troops versus our 19,000. We've got flat terrain. Combat width is currently 20. So the 27,000 doesn't actually affect us too much. 2-2 general against a 1-0. This is a situation where if we took the tactics and we had the land morale, we'd be in a much better position here. We would be paying an extra 300 military points just to get an edge in this first war. So the question to ask ourselves is, would those 300 military points be better served, say, as that's 3/4 of the first military, like the first military idea, for example. We could have 3/4 of battlefield commissions, or 3/4 of private to marshal, or bayonet leaders, or whatever we decide to go for. That's pretty damn significant. However, pardon me while I die. It's just a minor cold. I swear it's not the Black Plague. I'm going to make it through. We'll be there on the 3rd, just like him. Nope, the 1st. Still no river crossing. And this army can get there all the way up to there on the 15th, which is not fast enough. Alright, let's see what happens when we get to Ukek on the 5th and the 6th. He's gonna stay there, okay. Okay, now he's marching here. He'll be there on the 11th. We're there on the 5th. We can reinforce on the 19th. Okay, so this is the location then. That's a pretty sizable. We're already locked, by the way, so. The 1-0, we'll put the better leader there for sure. Oof. 1-5. And then our vassals are providing 4,000 infantry altogether. Circassia's only giving us a 101 leader as well. But he's ruthless, so that makes him awesome. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and say that long term, I would like to have taken the Renaissance first, but short term, this just seems far too good. And I should have actually done it one day ago, so we could have got a morale recovery tick. However, just having more max morale, even if we don't have the actual morale earned right now, 2.95, that 3.54 is going to increase the amount of morale damage that we inflict, unless there's been some radical change in the way that the math works, which I highly doubt. Max morale damage. Maximum morale that an army could have is what's used to calculate the amount of morale damage inflicted. So the tactics will give us more fewer casualties, and at the same time we will also inflict more morale damage, which should be good. And he is actually going in the wrong direction, so that may give us a little bit of an edge here, even though we've got to fight for 8 days with a smaller army. 8 days should be what, 2 2/3 phases? Each phase is 3 days. Some of this basic knowledge is like going right out of my brain because I've been playing too many other games. Do we even see? Does it even say? Is that just something you're supposed to memorize? We're in the fire phase, yes, but there's no tooltip when you hover over fire to say like, hey, this phase is 3 days. 1 more day remains. Our first phase, we've rolled a 7, which is good. 7 plus 1 is 8. Our general's a 2-2 versus his 1-0. Very nice. We got 3.54 morale versus 2.63. Why it rounds to the nearest 10th? Doesn't make sense to me. If it's actually 3.54, just show the 3.54. I can't imagine not having space for 1 extra digit. 0.78 military tactics versus 0.52. That's pretty damn significant. So, we did lose more men there, though, because we are being flanked, which is, you know, clear indicator that we need... Nope, that time, actually, we did fine. So, shock. We rolled a 7 versus a 1. Very good. We're killing more than we're losing, and we have far fewer troops overall. Also, one thing to consider here is that 4 of these troops, these 4 infantry are our vassals, and you'll notice in there that they actually all have current morale 1.69 out of 2.66. So they are not benefiting from the higher morale that we just got. So most of this army is not actually benefiting from it. And when it comes to tactics, even though this number shows 0.78, each individual army does get their own calculations. So when this guy here, say, Berkajine's 1st Mercenary Infantry attacks this guy right here, his own personal... Everything about him is what's used to calculate the damage he inflicts on him. So even though this number can sometimes make you think you have a huge advantage, you also have to consider, does everyone actually have that? So that phase there, wow, we're rolling really well. A 10 versus an 8, awesome. And here comes the reinforcements, and now we actually have a lot of our own troops here. Unfortunately, our cav took some hits there. And of course now we roll poorly, and he retreated. He lost 6,400 and some troops, and we lost about 4,000, most of which, can we not see, no, cannot see, like, who actually lost those troops, but, it was still a pretty good fight overall. And supply here is, I think, acceptable. Meanwhile, we've managed to siege these down pretty quickly. Let's go up to there, you go over to here. Actually, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna have you two go to here. You can go there as well. We'll suffer a little bit of extra attrition. I want to have 3 troops on the front line over there. Our individual war score against Kazan is now 18. His enthusiasm is still pretty high, it looks like. Picked up a fair bit of war exhaustion from that. This army is going to... probably the war goal. Okay. Our army's looking pretty solid right now. Alright, I have a feeling you're going to stop off in Tin. So, how long will it take us to get to Tin? December the 10th. 1 attrition tick. Supplies 16, 16. If we told these guys to detach from us, we wouldn't actually suffer too much attrition. I'm going to go ahead and just do a full-on regular consolidate. Then again, why did I do that? That's a horrible idea. I keep forgetting that I'm a horde and we have free reinforcement. There's no justification. If you're not a horde, even if you're not a horde, it's cheaper to reinforce than it is to train a new troop. So, unless you're over your force limit, you really shouldn't consolidate, or if you're trying to get rid of mercs. So that was just a mistake there. I shouldn't have done that. Oh well. Let's tell them not to attach to us. Let's change the priorities on our vassals. We're going to say, no longer be supportive. I want you guys to be... well, no, do be supportive, but I want you to move over here. I should keybind this friendlies can attach thing. Actually, you know what? It's fine. I don't care which one you attach to. Just go over there and join those armies. That's where I want you. I don't want your shitty tactics. I want you to get off my troops and let my troops do the fighting, because they are actually going to be quite a bit superior. Okay, we do have Rebel Uprising, the Gazimuth Separatists. Words. They're at 80%. 8,000 Rebellion. I would love to see exactly how that advances. 39.3% number gets calculated. Dagestan. So pissed off in Dagestan. We've already granted this to the tribes. We could raise autonomy without really having much of an effect. These guys are the Shirivani. I believe that they are also quite high. 70%. We'll be able to fight them off pretty well, because it's flat terrain and everything's going to be fine about it, but the issue is that if we do raise autonomy, we're going to miss out some money, but that's really not a big deal. And what about feudalism? Feudalism is present here, so actually, if we raise autonomy right now, that's going to reduce the amount of accepted feudalism that we have, which would be a bad idea. So let's hold off on that for the moment. Maybe we can pick off that 1 stack. November 30th. He's locked. He's gone on the 6th. He is not going to the war goal. Okay, good. We'll pick off the 1 stack. Most of it's gone on the 6th. A 3-1 leader. We're there on the 9th to kill the 1 stack free right away. They should be heading over to join us over here. Individual war score against Kazan is the main thing we got to keep on checking out. 18 now. I bet when he gets down to medium enthusiasm, we can knock him out, and then the war's pretty much over. 0.46 war score for an instant wipe's not bad. He did decide to come to Tin. He'll be there on the 21st of December. We're already at maximum morale, right? 3.55, so I don't really see any reason to... 310. No river crossing. Yeah, let's engage him as soon as we can. As soon as he gets locked. Unfortunately, weakening our army against the relative one here. I swear that the simpler terms... is the simpler terms mod not working right now? It feels like it's not. I think I need to, like, make it... I need to update it myself. Byzantium will cede Constantinople to the Ottomans, Serbia will cede Kosovo, and Nice to the Ottomans. Byzantium will be forced to give the Ottomans 10% of income each month from war reps. I want to get the simpler terms mod working again, because this is just a blob of crap. So Byzantium still exists, interestingly. He didn't actually full annex him. I'm 90% sure he could have. Do you think it's going to do something even stupider, like put a damaged cav in the very center? We know for sure it's going to put the damaged infantry in the very center, which I'm amazed we're on patch 1.18.3 and they still haven't fixed it, as far as I can tell. Now, see, there's the damaged guy. 877 right in the center. The weakest cav gets deployed on the interior part here. I'm just, before I forget here, I just want to ask real quick. It just doesn't make logical sense. I don't know why they did that. We rolled a 9 in the first fire phase. Good job, Pulad. I'm really liking Pulad. We should name a province after him. He's awesome. We're gonna do that. He's been a good guy. Our capital, probably not. But hey, let's give him just any old province that's nearby. Probably a province that's in the area. Capital state. We'll give him Ukek. His name was Pulad, right? Pulad Timurshi. I want to put the year that we had him. Pulad, 1451. How come when I press enter it doesn't remove the thing? Nice roll. Alright, that's a 1. Take it back. I'm just kidding. First shock phase, dude. What the hell is that? That's nonsense. Stack wipe. Very, very nice job. Okay, so that's medium enthusiasm for him. Kazan's still on high. Him not having any army at all is a great turn of events for us. That means that Theodoro with his 2 infantry, no cav. We know that there's just 2 infantry probably sitting right there. Are you disloyal? Is that why you're not helping? I swear he's not helping. He's a march. Liberty desires is 97%. So he's going to ignore us. So we can just go down there with a single infantry and siege down these 2 provinces. Although if he stops being disloyal, it could become a concern. Let's grab the weakest 2 infantry, shift consolidate, take this guy, and have him go to Yezhkul, and then we'll go to Crimea after that. This other army can head back up this way. We'll set this as a target for Circassia. And tell Circassia to be exclusively siege down enemy forts while avoiding battles elsewhere. Stick around allied territory but will not initiate offensive operations. Stay in their own territory and avoid engagements. Independently seek engagements in enemy territory. No. I guess the one that's most appropriate, I mean, when it says siege down enemy forts, is he still going to... I told him to go for this one. Let's see what he does. On the 15th, we'll know which way he's redirecting himself. Oh, crap. '28th. Alright, so Kazan, with our 24 individual war score, so have negative 19 reasons even for a white piece. Alright, there's a pretty good chance he might murk up 1 infantry before we get there. 16th of March. We won't be there until... Oh no, 29 January. We'll be in Yezhkul very quickly. Ottomans have rivaled Poland. The Poles. Right, let's test something real quick. So we're going to be here the same date regardless, but we can go to here on the 13th and here on the 15th. So it's faster to go to Utva. Then once we're in Utva, probably going to be fastest to go to Yake. It's going to be the safest route to retreat to get these armies back together again. Okay, cool. Well, hopefully he's not able to run us down. He's got 3 maneuvers, so he is a little bit faster than we are. Ooh, nice attrition tick there. Yep, looks like we're doing just fine on this. And it looks like Circassia is going up to Etkar. He is listening. Oh my god, he's listening. Can you believe it? He's actually doing what I told him to do. I can't tell 2 nations to go for it. And Nogai is... I mean, he's not actually attaching to anybody. Why did you not come over here and attach? Nogai is still set to supportive. He's not disloyal. Yet he's hanging out in Rin. Born to the saddle. What the hell is that? A 222. I need to look this up. Ledger. Best military leaders in the world. This is owned by Nogai, if I'm not mistaken. So sort by country. Nogai. Born to the saddle. Cavalry flanking ability plus 50%. Interesting. Why are you not doing what you're supposed to do? What if I tell you to go here? Well, that didn't do anything. Now he's moving. I guess maybe he doesn't feel like the 4 stack is like good enough or something? I don't know. I'll wait till the end of this month. Okay, well, I'm taking this war pretty slow, but I think that it's for good reason. And I feel good about taking the military tech that we did, so this one we'll just use to block March 13th, 3 units queued. We'll be there also on March 13th. Can we appoint a secondary leader and get there one day earlier? No, and I think one maneuver is the best we have, so that's unfortunate. Is that there will be a battle there. But we have a tactics advantage, and it is an archer on one-on-one infantry, so I think we'll be okay there. Okay, well, I'm going to take a break here. That's unfortunate. It's probably almost like 10.1. Yeah, that went just fine. Think he's going to shatter any further than that? He might. Yeah, he is. No big deal. Okay, I'm going to take a break here. One more major battle with Kazan, and I think we're done with this war. Thank you, as always, for watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Again, I apologize about my cough and sickness and stuff, but hopefully I'll be better soon. I'll see you in a bit.